So, how you doing today?
I'm great.
Okay, you were my live demonstration last time. And you had a dog phobia.
Yes.
And you were skeptical.
Yes.
And we started out by processing it using accelerated resolution therapy that we all call ART. And as you're training to be an art therapist, you were gracious enough to be an example. And you started out very nervous. And I'm going to just let you talk a little bit about what happened, you know, when we were doing that and how you experienced it, and then what's happened since, because it's been about a week. Okay.
As you said, I was definitely skeptical, although very open because I'm a lifelong learner. I like learning new things and experiencing new things. So I was open to the process, motivated, because I did have the issue with the phobia for a very long time. During the initial scene, it was it was traumatic. I experienced the scene fully. I didn't realize it, but one of the other people in the class said, I teared up. I think I may have vaguely remembered that, but it was very emotional. The next time, after the first set of 40, the next time, it was a very different experience in that the first experience, like I shared with you, was in Technicolor, it was loud, I could hear everything. The second time, it was in black and white, and there was no sound, which was a pretty dramatic change for me. And to say the least, I was a little shocked. And then we went through the whole process, and I felt confident when I left that I would be able to be around dogs without totally freaking out.
Okay, and so the results of that was?
I was not around any dogs for the first few days, and then I made an appointment to go to someone's house where I knew that there would be dogs, because I had to test the process, I should say.
Right.
And I actually did not call ahead, have the person hide the dog, put the dog away, or do anything. I went to the house, and this was a person that I knew would not have the dog put away. I went in, and the person was accustomed to me being nervous around the dog, and she said, "Oh, he won't bite," which is what she always says. And it was almost as if the dog was ignoring me, because normally I would have like a startled reflex response. Absolutely, when a dog would come in, I would just shake or jump or something like that. And the dog came near me, like sniffed at my heels, and I just kind of looked and said, "Oh, there's the dog." And then I went and I had a seat, and then the dog came again. And normally this dog would try to get close to me and just annoy me. And the dog kind of sniffed and said, "Oh, she's not scared today, I guess." That's what I'm thinking. And he just left on his own, ignored me. And I was thinking as I was sitting there with the client, wow, this dog is ignoring me. Why is this dog ignoring me? And I think it's because I didn't have the response that I normally, because normally, I won't show you, but it's pretty bad what I would normally be doing. Like jumping, I would be like, "Oh, get your dog, get your," you know, trying to get the dog away from me. None of that. And I stayed in that house with the dog in the room with me, on a pillow, and then freak out. So, I will tell you, when I pulled up to the house, just for a moment, I did have a little bit of anxiety here in my stomach, just a tad bit. But I went in the house and it was really okay. And I think that the anxiety was around whether or not it was really going to be okay for me, but it really was okay. Then my neighbor at my office complex where I have my private practice, they always bring their Dalmatian there. And it normally annoys me to know, and I'm like, why would they bring a dog here? That's unnecessary. They shouldn't have that dog here. And they would have the dog out, walking the dog around, I guess whenever they were taking a break. And so I pulled up to the office, and the owner of the office came out, and he had the Dalmatian. And normally I would have waited in my vehicle until dog was in their vehicle before I would even get out, because it's a bigger dog or whatever. And it was almost like I had a mini conversation. Are you going to get out or are you going to wait? And my response was, I'm getting out of this car. And I got out and I went in and I said, hi, how are you today? Typically would not speak because they would have that dog, because I didn't want to draw any attention to myself, because the dog would then pay attention to me. And I spoke, and he looked at me like, wow, she's speaking to me? Because I typically wouldn't, because I would be fearful that they wouldn't hold the dog, or they would allow the dog to run towards me or something like that. Went in my office and took care of business, and it was great. No big deal.
Wow.
No big deal.
That's a good job. How did you experience the therapy to get to that place? Did you find it doable, pleasant?
Yes. Yes, I did.
So is it something you would do again?
I would definitely do it again.
If you had a need to do it?
Yes, if I had a need, definitely, I would do it.
And how confident are you using it with your clients that it's going to work out?
I'm very confident. I'm excited about it. I've used it a couple of times so far with positive results. So I'm very excited about it.
Wonderful.
And I'm glad that I actually stepped out and allowed you to work with me, because that was such a tremendous confidence builder, especially because I had the issue so long. And it was wonderful.
And when you think back to that first initial scene that we started with that caused this trauma, the trigger origin, what do you got?
Not a lot. It's vague. It's just fuzzy. It's like the white noise on the TV when the TV's not working. I mean, I kind of know it's there, but I can't get it to really come. And trust me, I've tried. I've tried multiple times, like, to get it to manifest, and it's not there. But like I said, I do have the black and white flicker that'll come in, which was the second scene. I still get a little bit of that, and I'm hoping that eventually that might go away.
So the second scene was the good scene?
The second scene was the scene where it was in black and white and no noise.
Okay.
But it's not it's not anxiety producing. I don't have any stress around it. It's just like
Do you think about the good scene you put in with, I think it was
Yes,
your
I do.
mom, and that was your mom, was it? And she used to ask you for sandwich?
It was actually was my aunt. Yes, I do think about that. But more than anything else, I just feel a sense of comfort and confidence about being around dogs. That's what I kind of replay more than anything else.
And how do you feel about the fact that it was done in an hour?
It's unbelievable that it was done in an hour. That's unbelievable.
Great, wonderful. Very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot.